My name is Katarina Miletic, and I have a story to tell. And mine is a simple story. I was in the middle of my mom and dad's room, sitting in front of this box with paintings inside. These were my dad's paintings. And I remember pulling one and seeing in front of me this beautiful watercolor, a sailboat on a light blue sea with a white sail and initials KM. I saw so much love in these paintings. I felt this through my body, and I turned to my dad. Why did you stop? I had priorities. I could not devote time to you and your brother and still have time for my hobby. I looked at him and I said, but Dad, we are not small anymore. Surely you have time now. And I saw him beginning to doubt. And the idea was born. This was over 20 years ago. There was no YouTube to learn from. I had to buy books and painting materials, watercolor papers, watercolors, brushes. And I thought, if I ask him to help me out, that would be the surest way for him to say yes. I knew that he would say yes to helping me. He didn't need any persuasion. Once he arrived and I showed him a couple of my paintings that I already did and asked him to help me out, he said, yes, of course, I will paint with you. And from then on, we spent every single holiday painting together. And I saw my dad come to life. I saw him put all of this love and care into every single brush stroke that he did. And this filled me with tremendous joy. And thanks to him, I discovered my own talent. I discovered my own true voice through my paintings. And the people, when they looked at my paintings, they would tell me they feel all of this love and all of this care coming through in every single brush stroke. My dad even took another hobby. He started making wooden frames for our paintings. And after one painting holiday here in London, my dad took my latest painting and his latest painting and took them to Belgrade to frame them. Or so I thought. Upon arriving to Belgrade, my dad actually entered these two paintings into a competition, very esteemed competition where over 3,000 entries were submitted and there was a jury of 5 professional artists. The winner was going to be announced on the opening night of the exhibition. My parents were in the audience. I was in London waiting to hear what happened. And then the announcements began. Can you imagine my dad's face when number 3 of the highly commended was his painting and he heard his name out loud? He was thrilled beyond belief, and I was thrilled for him. And then he kept on waiting. Number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and so on. He didn't hear my name. My name was not among 10 highly commended. And finally, they announced the winner, Katarina. It was me. And I wasn't there, but my dad was there with tears in his eyes to hold the prize for me. He told me it was one of the proudest moments of his life. He was there holding my trophy. But the only reason why I became an artist was him. I believe that when we do things from our heart and with love, that we are being guided, and the path appears where one did not exist before. Inspiration is a subtle thing. If you catch it, if you hear the calling inside you, do embrace it, write it down, and follow through with action. If it is coming from a place of love, you will be guided. Now my life and this story today are dedicated to my dad, who was my hero.